Okay, welcome back, man. We are here. EA just dropped a new update for College Football 26, and I don't know, it's kind of 50-50 in my opinion. Gonna take a look at it, man. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts. I appreciate everything. Follow me on TikTok, man. Follow me on Twitch. I will be streaming more on Twitch. Just things have been what they are. And yeah, man. So let's just jump right into it. Um, it was a update about a bunch of other things as well. You know, College Football Ultimate Team, I don't play that, but it got an update with a new rank system. So that's good for them. Honestly, what I care about is gameplay more so, dynasty for me personally, because I still am in an online dynasty and I still do things on the offline dynasty as well. So let's get right into that. Passing game. Route stem logic change. Updated route stems to a 3-yard minimum. Dev node. This change enables defensive backs to read and react more realistically, creating a better balance between offense and defense by preserving the original route design's integrity. It enhances the authenticity of the gameplay experience and promotes a balanced dynamic between offense and defense. Personally speaking, I think this is going to be interesting. I don't know what the 3-yard minimum means. I guess it has to be at least 3 yards as far as the lowest it can stem, because post routes and things like that. It has to be at least 3 yards. Um, when you stem it down all the way. I mean, how does this work for the defense, in my opinion? Because flat routes still don't go out like if you have a linebacker playing the flat route or whatever the case may be, they still don't get out there fast fast as they need to. Even the corners that are already playing like soft squats and things like that, you know, even if you put it at 5 yards, they're supposed to chuck them. They don't chuck them and things like that. I don't know. Expanded pass protection options. All pass protection types are now available in coach adjustments previously limited to base. Dev node players can now choose from base, empty, half left, half left, half right, full right, or default. All pre-stat functionality remains unchanged. However, you now have access to the full range of protection options. I mean, this is cool. I don't personally change this enough to see how big of a difference it plays because at the same time, it doesn't matter how good your offensive line is because at the end of the day, if they're faster than them, they're still going to get around them. If they blitz, even if they're only blitzing three, they still get beat. I don't know if it's an awareness thing in this game because they'll double team one guy and another guy like a linebacker will just come in free. So I don't know if it's an awareness thing, uh, or even the archetype for your offensive lineman. But I don't see this being a. It sounds good in theory, but I just don't know how good this works. Fix the issue where an unintentional bad snap would fly past the QB, resulting in a fumble when running pistol spread jet touch pass. Fix the issue where sometimes throwing the bubble route on a single back bunch tight end alert bubble play would result in a fumble because the receiver could not make the catch on the backwards pass. Um, Honestly, they should just fix some of these things in general. Um like throwing guys to the flat, throwing passes to the flats. They just won't catch it. You'll throw it to their back. I don't know why, or they'll just drop it. It's just a simple flat route. I don't get it. Even in like the no huddle situations, sometimes, or not even no huddle situations sometimes. Like I playing online against a user um the other day, and they like motion plays. There's there's been bad, and there's been no animations with some motion plays. Some of these playbooks have like double motions and things like that. Sometimes they just don't literally do the motion. Even if the quarterback does the motion, like he's supposed to move, the receiver, running back, or tight end doesn't motion out to whatever he needs to do. So all this is good, I guess, for specific play. I mean, that seems a little dumb, but they need to fix motions in general because it's starting to happen a little bit more frequently now, in my opinion. So, definitely need to fix that. And also, another thing that they need to fix that I've started to see more lately is you call a no huddle. Maybe it's just because you're playing in a loud stadium or whatever sometimes, but you'll change the actual formation completely. And once everybody gets lined up, you can't hike the ball, and it's an automatic penalty just like that. It's an automatic penalty for whatever reason. So I don't know. That's some stupid crap. That EA needs to fix on top of whatever else they're doing that is not important, honestly. Blocking, running back blocking improvements. Running backs now handle tech stunts more effectively when using half slide protection. Again, I mean, this is cool. At the same time, most running backs can't, well, user running backs can't block that well. So we'll see how that is. Again, I don't do a lot of slide protection when I play the computer just because I literally don't know who's blitzing a lot of the time. They it seems like they disguise it a lot better now, so I can't tell a lot of the times. Um, but again, I don't know if this is an awareness thing or what, because I can have good blocking guys, and they still get blown by. So whatever. Peer blockers don't seem to be as good anymore as they used to be. So I don't know. Fix the issue where pass rushers were unable to consistently trigger pass rush moves and would just remain in a blocking loop. Yeah, I would like for them to be able to keep doing their moves because that's not realistic. Um, to not be able to, because no one's gonna just do one move and be done. Uh, okay, don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. Because your pass rushers in real life aren't um just gonna be one and done with the pass moves. Let's just be honest here. So I don't know why I don't know why that they would be done in this game. Again, this should have been something that was fixed first go around, but hey, I get this should have been fixed in the last patch because the last patch had a whole bunch of things going on. But at least they're fixing things, although some of them are very insignificant. Um, Tuning to allow defenders to attempt pass rush moves more frequently on each play. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I guess it kind of goes hand in hand with the other one, but you know, tuning to increase defenders' super win chance for pass rushes or for pass rushers with equal or slightly lower ratings than the blocker. DevNote previously, pass rushers would only get a super win outcome when rated higher than their blocker. Now we've increased the range to allow for more super win outcomes, even when rated slightly worse than their blocker, to increase the pass rush effectiveness globally. I don't like this. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's giving bad defenders still an equal advantage of blowing past an offensive lineman who's way superior. So basically, what this means is they're giving bad teams a 50-50 chance of getting past a blocker. So if you have a 99 overall team, let's just say your offensive line is 90 plus, and you're going against a 70 overall defensive lineman. Now, don't keep this in mind. Now, if the guy is just stronger than your guy, if the defensive let's just talk about the D line. If that D lineman is like a pure power and he has like 99 strength, 9 times out of 10 he's gonna beat your offensive lineman just off pure power alone. If he's super quick, has gold or even platinum quick jump, okay, like you know what I'm saying? Those things are just obvious. But just a regular run of the mill guy, not really good at anything. Block shedding is maybe like a 75, power, maybe like a 80-ish. Why am I giving him a 50-50 chance of beating my offensive lineman who's clearly way better than him? It just means that they're going to give bad teams a better chance of making you rage in this game. I don't like it. Speaking as far as playing the computer, even some of the users that I play, they're just making bad teams get a fair shot, and they shouldn't because bad teams get blown out most of the time and for clear reasons. So I don't know. I think this is very dumb. It's gonna really piss me off because if I decided to play a FCS school on the schedule just to test out my team offensively and whatever, this just means that they're gonna have a better shot of getting to my quarterback. I mean, I'm already getting sacked more for the simple fact that guys are beating my offensive lineman because they want to double team for some reason. Even though there's like 4 or 5 guys that are blitzing, that they just want to double team one guy. So, whatever. Um, Tuning to increase bull rush pass or bull rush slash push of the blocker towards the center of the pocket to increase natural pocket degradation. Um, to be honest, this already happens. I'm gonna be honest. For me, this is before the update. Um, Again, this kind of just goes with um abilities like grip breaker, like even pocket disruptor, blow up. These literally do the same thing in my opinion. Even if the guy doesn't even have any of these abilities, honestly speaking, if they're stronger than if they're as equally strong as your offensive lineman and their power move is pretty high, they're gonna do this anyway. So to give them increased advantage on the defensive line, I'm gonna be honest, it's already bad. Like there's certain teams that only go after power guys, like Oregon, the not Texas, like Georgia, Alabama. Like there's certain like a lot of the good teams already only go after like power rushers in general. Florida State, Texas A&M. So it's just gonna make it that much harder on your offensive line, who should be good already, but this game does what it does. Um, I don't pushing it towards the center just means the pocket's gonna be even worse than it is already for me. I've been better at staying in the pocket. I don't drop back as far, but it just means I have to pay attention more because not only are you gonna push my guy back, there's a better chance of you breaking through that block even faster. If you're gonna push him back, I would assume you're gonna get through that block faster as well. Not liking that, to be honest. Fix the issue where offensive blockers were going too far downfield, setting blocks on the gun bunch, straight nasty, mountain double pass play resulted in an offensive pass interference. They should just do this for RPOs in general. I don't know why they're talking about this play specifically, but this is still kind of an issue sometimes. Don't really like it, but it is what it is. Address the issue where the offensive line was failing to pick up 3-4 tight saw blitz zero, allowing the blitzing middle linebacker to come through the A gap untouched. This happens a lot, and it's not even just 3-4. It's 3-3-5. It could even be 4-3. Again, they could literally just be rushing 3 guys, and somehow they'll just double block. it could be 4 or 5 guys blitzing. They might be delayed a little bit, or even just a little simple middle linebacker loop or cross blitz or whatever. The fact that the offensive linemen don't pick it up is insane. Especially if they have no one to block, they just double block a guy. They just double team a guy, and it's typically the guards. I never see this. I've seen this issue with the center a few times. Even the guard. I mean the tackles. Like again, I don't know. I wish EA would explain if it's an awareness issue or not. But for me specifically, I make sure these guys have at least 80 awareness. My offensive line. So I don't know what the issue is, honestly speaking, because there's no reason for my right tackle. There's no reason for these D linemen on the defense. I'm talking about the computer specifically. They'll have a D lineman like, you know, 3 feet away from the actual tackles on either side. I don't know how they do that. There's no defensive play that even needs them to be that spread out from the tackles, and it gives them a literal advantage to get to the passer faster, whether they're power or speed guy, regardless. And unfortunately, because my tackle doesn't register that guy so far away, it's on my tight end to get that guy. Doesn't happen. Does not happen. Typically, they just throw the tight end on his ass and it's a sack just almost instantly, honestly. And again, if what they're saying is going to be correct, if they're bull rushing or whatever the case may be, if the pocket gets breaking down on top of these guys being so far off to the left or the right of my tackles, it's going to be super unfair. Again, I don't know any defensive alignments where you have a D lineman, or even if it's a linebacker, there's no reason for them to be way outside that far, because 9 times out of 10, I can't even put a guy out there because they always default back to their original position. I wish EA would change that, but they won't. So whatever. QB contain versus play action on play action passes. Certain defenders will no longer use the surf technique, which limited their ability to set the edge effectively. I kind of feel like this should have been addressed a long time ago. Contain logic improvement on normal passes. Contain defenders will no longer abort their contain assignment prematurely while the QB is still a scramble threat. Please, I'm so tired. Man, one of the guys that I'm not gonna lie. We'll see how much of an effect this is. Um, I'm gonna be honest. You know, uh, I got D linemen, walking me down with a quarterback that has like 88 speed. So, I can't even say nothing. I'm gonna be completely honest. They're not even playing QB contain. I guarantee you. But these D linemen just get off that edge and will run. If you're trying to turn the edge on them, they just walk you down so easily. I don't understand. But it's like they're heat seeking missiles. They as soon as you start running, they're automatically on you. So I don't know. This enhancement to QB contain allows defenders to disengage from blocks more responsively and at a more appropriate times, enabling them to take smarter pursuit angles. As a result, they're better equipped to maintain outside leverage and effectively contain mobile quarterbacks, reducing the likelihood of extended scrambles. We'll see how this plays in my online dynasty, because we about to go into the playoffs, and one of the guys has a really good mobile QB. So we'll see how this works. Honestly, we'll see. This only works for a QB contain. This doesn't have anything to do with the spy. So the spies, unfortunately, sometimes they'll back up before they actually attack the pursuit the before they pursue the quarterback. But hey, we're not gonna talk about that. Fix the issue when defenders in QB contain were not appropriately steering themselves into the appropriate position to be able to effectively set the edge. Again, kind of the same thing, although this should already be a thing. Run game. Address the issue where the running back's initial move was not appropriately sending him up the field at the snap on gun slot open direct snap. Again, why are they only talking about one thing specifically? I don't get it. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of an issue in general. Um, but fix the issue where users were unable to hand the ball off when running inside veer plays to the left. Haven't had this issue, so I don't know. It seems really rare. That's all I can see from this coverage. Coach adjustment RPO defense. When users set their RPO pass key coach adjustment to conservative, defenders will now cover the seams and the flats instead of playing their run fit assignments. Zone defenders now react more reliably to RPO passes when coach adjustments are applied. Everybody who plays users, whether it be online and like cut or whatever, always change the RPOs and it doesn't work, man. Even in man coverage, even if you're pressing the guy, it doesn't work, man. I never get those picks. I will have a guy in the literal flat zone. It doesn't work. Hopefully, this works again in my online dynasty. The guy with the mobile quarterback. Not saying he runs RPO a lot, but when he does, I'm right there, man. And it just even in man coverage press, like everybody just gets blocked up or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but it always happens. Post play, fix the issue where the ball would teleport and float during the bowling celebration after scoring. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't care. And then they have some presentation stuff with like, uniforms and things like that. Um, I don't care. Nobody cares about the equipment. One thing that they did change as well in the game is the presentation for, when you go to the rosters, and just look at players and their attributes and things like that. They did change that. It's more condensed now. I don't know why they didn't put that in here. I can't see anything else that they had changed really. As far as presentation or anything yet. But let me know what you guys think, man. As far as post update, are you playing better defense? Does it feel like they are helping the defense more? They need to change as far as catching interceptions. I'm gonna be honest, cause I be having interceptions dead to rights, and I'm just gonna be honest. Like it doesn't work. It just seems like if unless you have house call, unless you have like silver or gold house call, you're not getting interceptions, man. So I don't know. So we'll see. If you don't have house call, it just seems like you're not getting interceptions. So we'll keep that where it is. So because I got great defenders and we're not getting any picks. My highest guy has 3 picks and we're on like week 10. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, man. Please, if you don't mind, like, comment, subscribe. I got to get back into doing these videos. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know. I will be getting 2K, so I'll probably do some 2K content as well. And streaming, new games that's coming out, I do stream those games as well. So, yeah, man. Until next time, peace.